What is it to you if somebody decides to not be the gender they were born as? What I'm trying to understand with all the hateful comments that I'm getting on my discussion of Trump's transgender ban in the military is why you men, because you are mainly men, I have the analytics to prove it, why you care so much. What a waste of your life energy to oppose someone who's just made a choice to integrate themselves differently into society or to appear differently. Gender can often be a performance, and if somebody decides to have a more feminine performance if they were born a man, or a more masculine performance if they were born a woman, it does not change your life. It seems like a lot of you people are so threatened by it, and you're so filled with like hatred and misunderstanding. Like, is it that you can't in your minds understand what it feels like to not identify with an identity that was told to you when you were born? There's a cognitive dissonance. There's a dysphoria that occurs when someone says, hey, you are a young straight man, and in your heart of hearts from a very young age you know that you are more attracted to males, or you are exclusively attracted to males. So maybe people who are born heterosexual and trust in the identities that their elders or society gives to them, you just have a hard time grasping the fact that someone might be struggling differently. Maybe it has to do with the fact that you were raised in an authoritarian household wherein you were told that you in life must always do as you are told by authority figures. So you can't understand how someone could make a choice, their own personal choice, to change their gender, because you were never allowed to make your own personal choices about, how you dress, how you live, how you think, how you act. In which case, I feel very sorry for you, because you are allowed to be who you want to be in life. And you should be free of other people imposing their will on you. And that's why it is wrong that you say that being transgendered is a mental illness and that it's a choice that people should not make. You are imposing limitations on people's personal freedoms. And I think a lot of you as conservatives, because a lot of the people who oppose transgenderism are conservative in their political leanings. I thought that was about, the right to have freedom of speech and the right to bear arms, and the right for self-actualization, and the right to become whoever you want to be and make as much money as you want, etc. in America. So why does that not extend to sexuality and gender? I really want you to think about that. And somebody who makes a personal choice that is not your own choice, it does not affect your life, other than you needing to wrap your head around the concept that you can be born into a body or you can be born into an identity someone else tells you that you have, that you personally do not represent, or that you do not identify with, that you cannot accept because it is not the truth. The highest state of being in life is to find your own truth and manifest it, as long as it doesn't hurt other people. And you are gonna have an incredibly hard time convincing me, well, no, quite frankly, you won't convince me that changing your gender hurts anyone. It hurts more people to lie, to cover it up, to pretend, to put on a dress when you need to be wearing pants, or, not the dress, not that skirts or pants make a woman or a man. But to certain people, they want to inhabit that different performance. So I just fundamentally want to know why you do not like transgender people, because there's literally no valid reason. And religion, to me, is also very arbitrary. And I believe that God believes in love, and God believes in acceptance, and, like I said before, the truth. So there's no compelling religious argument as to why transgendered people should not exist. And it is not a mental illness. It is a mental state. It is a mental truth. That's it. That's all I'm going to talk about for today. And I also recorded this because you keep telling me that I look like an it and a man, and that is just, could not be further from the truth. My gender performance currently is female. It will probably always look what we know as female. Though, more and more I almost want to identify as non-binary, because I think that gender doesn't matter. I think we're people first and gender's second. Not to invalidate trans people who want to do a different gender performance, but like biological sex, it's irrelevant.
La La Davison video.